Patrick Donovan from the Southern Charm team, brokered by EXP. I'm here with DR Horton sales representative, Lora Hiroskey. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
We're out here in Guyton, Georgia, in Park West, at the beautiful model home. And I'll be doing a video about the model homes and all that kind of stuff later. But today we're here to talk about supply chain issues, basically supply chain unclogged, right? Don't know that it's been unclogged yet, but just starting to work towards that. Actually, I pulled up an article online from Realtor.com called "Everything in the Kitchen Sink." I'm going to link that down below the article, but basically talking about how the supply chain affects real estate as a whole, to include new construction, and we're going to talk about that today. So thank you again for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
So let me ask you a question. What do you think the biggest problem that the supply chain issue is causing for new construction?
Building times. That is number one. Building times and cost.
Cost. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the building time before the pandemic started?
So before the pandemic, I could tell somebody from empty lot hasn't started that they could expect 4 to 6 months.
Okay. Yeah.
6 months being the longest.
I remember those days.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great time. Now it has completely changed. We no longer do pre-sales.
And pre-sale, when you say pre-sale, what do you mean by that?
That's when someone picks the lot, they pick the floor plan that they would like to go on it, and then they would pick their selections.
Like gray, white.
Yeah, they would pick their colors and what they would want in that home. Now we are doing 100% what we call spec homes.
Okay.
And what that is this whole neighborhood has been pre-planned, what floor plan is going on which lot, what elevation it is, and what the colors are immediately. And
they did that just to kind of combat the problems with supply chain?
Yes, and the demand. So the way that they're doing it's their tract homes as well. That meaning that the builder just continues to build them in a line. And with us pre-picking everything, it makes it simpler. And then as soon as that permit is issued, they can start sending out purchase orders to purchase everything.
Okay.
Whereas if we still allowed changes or, options, then that would slow us down from having to do change orders and, delay purchase orders. So we're just trying to streamline the whole process to make it smoother.
So if they wanted gray cabinets instead of white cabinets, it could extend the process of buying. So basically you get to go buy whatever house has the gray cabinets if you want gray cabinets, right?
Well, luckily, we've kind of gotten an idea for what people like. So there are a lot of gray cabinet options that I've chosen. So you're either going to get gray or white. And typically people are pretty happy with those colors.
There's no dark brown, none of that anymore, right? All of that's gone, right?
We got rid of it. We're all about the bright and happy.
Bright and happy. I love bright and happy.
2022.
All right. So I know there's been issues with, the timeline, how long it takes to build. The price is obviously going up. So tell me, I remember when you first got here, and I think it was 2018.
It's crazy.
Was it 2018?
I think it was 2019. I've been here almost 3 years.
Okay, 2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I met you first at Beacon, and then now at DR Horton. And when I came here to buy a house before, during that time, I remember being a lot lower. What do you remember the prices being back when you first came over?
I remember when I first came over, the base price of our 3-bedroom, 2-bath make-in floor plan was $159,990.
$159,990. Yeah.
That same home today that we just contracted on a few days ago went under contract for $276,990.
So $120,000 difference from 2019.
Yes.
From 2019.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
my house. So I bought. I bought my.
Right,
I bought my home here as well. I have the Galen floor plan, and when I purchased it, it was $224,990.
Okay, and you bought the Galen.
The Galen, yes.
$224,990
with the brick on the nice lot.
You got a big lot too, right?
Yeah, I got a bigger lot. So
and
my lot
huge.
premium was higher. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was the price. Now I'm selling that same floor plan, barely over a year later, for $309,990
So approximately $85,000
in a year.
In a year. That's quick math. So don't hold me to that. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's insane.
And so you say the prices rise. How do they determine when to raise prices?
Well, with the supply issues, it's costing us more to get materials. Lumber has shot up across the board. Our materials went up January 3rd, so we had to do a price increase there. But it's also a supply and demand thing. There's an inventory shortage. And
everywhere, not just new construction. We're talking about
it's everywhere.
People are staying in their homes a lot longer.
Yeah,
and we're going to talk about a little bit about that here shortly. But
yeah, it's everywhere, and I totally lost train of thought.
So is there a timeline with which you guys increase the prices?
We're doing it on every third home right
Okay.
now. Every third home, the price goes up $2,000, and we can have random price increases in between then if all of a sudden our lumber shoots up. So,
well, as long as people are willing to buy the house for the price that you're going at, I guess the prices will continue to go up, right? Until the market rebuffs it, right?
Right, and I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Why do you think people come to new construction, even though the prices have gone way up? Why do you think they come to new construction opposed to trying to buy a pre-owned home? Besides the obvious reasons, it's brand new. You know what I'm saying?
It's brand new, Patrick.
Well, duh. Okay.
No, I think they're just exhausted. They're going out there, and from what I'm hearing straight from them, it's like, it's a bidding war, and people have saved money. They come prepared, but nobody could prepare for this market where you have to put $30,000 over asking, and appraisal gap contingencies, and no closing costs, and no repairs, and you get what you get, and you're competing, and they're exhausted.
And buyers are a huge disadvantage in the resale market, that's for sure. You don't have any leverage. If you like a house, you're not the only person that likes the house, and there are tons of people. We're talking about demand over supply. It's basic economics. If you don't have enough, the prices just keep going up until the market pushes back.
Absolutely.
But,
But with staying on that, with new construction, it's first come, first serve. You are the first one to write the contract. It locks in that price. DR Horton isn't doing escalation clauses, so that's great. Some builders have implemented that with how crazy things have been.
For the appraisal?
No, they do.
Or bidding against each other?
No, it's not that. They're doing escalation clauses for the price. So they're saying, So a lot of them, what they're saying is that if our cost goes up, we can raise the price on your home. So it might not be the price that you're signing today.
Whoa.
We have not implemented that. So we're not doing any escalation clauses where you lock in at the price. If lumber triples the next day, you're locked in on your price.
Okay. Well, and that's because they've already ordered all the stuff and it's coming in. Okay, excellent. So it's to their advantage. It's to the consumer's advantage that they limit the options and do the tracking. Okay, it's to save you money. Okay,
save money and save time. We're seeing a lot of other builders that their wait times have went to over a year, and so we're keeping ours around that 7 to at the latest 9 month mark. By the way that we're reacting to this and the changes that we're making, so it's. And the sooner you can close, the sooner you can lock in the interest rate too, which are
that's true. Yeah, no, absolutely. Which we don't know what's going to happen with those.
We don't know.
That's crazy. Well, it's funny you say that because I just closed. I think it was last week with y'all when they contracted. It was at 262, and the same plan is, and they just closed last week. What is that plan selling for now?
Sold one yesterday for $288,990.
$288,990. So you're talking about a $26,000 increase since they contracted to completion to being in their home.
They just closed. They could turn around and sell it if they needed to and make
$28,000.
Yes.
Jesus. Okay. Well, that's incredible.
And on top of that, just to make sure we have everything here. With new construction, you can also get those closing cost incentives, which you are not getting out there in the resale market right now. So
as of today, January the 7th, I believe it is, right?
I thought it was the 9th.
Is it the 9th? What is it?
It is the 9th.
The 9th, I knew it. I guessed it before. Days are just swimming together right now. But as of the 9th, what are the incentives for January 2022 in DR Horton Park West?
So we're offering a $3,500 promotion this month with use of our preferred lender. And then we always offer an additional $1,000 to, military veterans. We thank you so much for what you've done.
That's why I like bringing my buddies over here that are veterans, because they get an extra kickback. They get extra incentive for coming and using the preferred lenders.
Yep. And also that also includes teachers. If you're in the medical field, or nurses, we really appreciate you right now more than ever.
Oh my God, yeah, absolutely. And teachers.
First responders. So we have that great incentive too.
That's awesome.
To try and say thank you.
That's awesome. I'm sure they appreciate it. Now, let me ask you something about, because I know that, heck, I would just speak for myself. Getting furniture in has been tough. I know people have been struggling getting appliances and stuff. How has that been for you guys in particular? I know you can't speak for everybody, but for DR Horton.
So appliances, really, we haven't struggled there. It's been tight on a few of the closings, getting the appliances in the week we're supposed to close. So while that is, anxiety inducing, we have been able to get the appliances. Okay. The real issues that we've been experiencing is roof trusses and windows. Those are our things right now. Okay. And they're trying to find ways to overcome it, but there for a second we were 30 weeks behind on windows. So whoa. Yeah, it was bad. 30? Yeah, and I'm saying that's why we do it differently and we order much earlier, but even that, we had homes sitting waiting for windows. That's some of them still sitting waiting for windows. Yeah.
Once again, rudimentary math. Calm down. I have a calculator in front of me. Holy cow. Yeah, so the wood trusses has to do with, obviously, the wood problems. Yes. Windows are probably just because of new construction. I would imagine everybody's fighting for the same stuff.
Exactly. We pretty much, like with windows, there are 2 major window manufacturers in the country. Mm-hmm. All the builders use them. Okay. And every builder is fighting for a certain amount of allotments for windows. So, and DR Horton is an advantage because it's such a large builder, right. But it's still, it's a challenge. And we're just trying to make it through. We just keep swimming.
I know that there's been trouble with, people were laying people off at the beginning of the pandemic, not knowing how much they had to make for, demand because everybody's at home. But what they're finding out is a lot more people are staying home for work, are looking for bigger houses, looking for updated appliances, updated paint, doing a lot more woodworking and all that stuff they used to do before, causing issues for everybody. I just think it's crazy. How does that affect, because people are staying home, people are getting sick with the new latest virus. How's that affecting the workers and everything? Is that delaying things as well, or?
Yes. So we were having trouble getting our granite tops in a couple weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, all right, great, granite has made it to the warehouse. Fantastic. Right. And then they all got sick. They all got sick with COVID, and nobody could bring the granite to us.
Oh my goodness!
So it's just kind of taking it as it comes. But yeah, people are getting sick, and we have labor shortages on top of that. So that can cause a delay too. I just think it's really important for everyone to understand when they're getting into it that these things are happening and they can happen, so that the expectation is there and you're not surprised by it.
Right. Knowing exactly why and what's going on is important. And the great thing about Lora is she keeps everybody updated. That's why I love using her when we go buy new construction homes. But expectations. Not only that, you got to think it's not just new construction people that are dealing with this problem. Not to mention you guys get sick too, right? So No, never.
Never.
But, not people at home also are trying to do the same kind of stuff that the builders are doing because they want to, either want to buy a bigger home, want to expand their home. So, there's a bunch of stuff that's contributing to slowdown of home sales and new construction. And
and it's such a great place to live that everybody wants to live here.
Exactly.
That's the thing. You've got a lot of transplants from New York, California, Boston. It's too cold up there, and so they're all coming down here.
I did a post the other day about how cold it was here. I think it was in the morning at 5. It was like 34 degrees or something like that. And I knew, because I'm from Indiana, I knew I was going to hear a litany of people, I wish it was that cold. I'm like, yeah, you could move to Savannah. And a lot of people are.
Yep.
They are. How about the lending process? I know you guys have preferred lenders, DHI being one of them. Have they had issues because of the pandemic?
I think that they're just everybody is very busy and overworked right now in this industry, but they're handling it well. They're working hard to keep the builder incentives rolling forward. Like, we even offer special interest rates.
Oh, okay.
Like DHI mortgage, they rolled out, because the interest rates are steady climbing over the 3% right now. Right. They do the builder forward program where the builder is buying down the interest rate. So currently we offer 2.99% conventional FHA and VA. So that is helpful too.
These rates are insanely low. As a matter of fact, during the peak of this whole thing, I bought my own house because I just couldn't beat the rates.
You can't beat the rate.
I got 2.75. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I was
that's awesome.
3 months ago.
Yeah, that's great.
And we're at 2.99. They're trying to keep it down. So just think about the creep that's going up. Now, when you're buying new construction, you're at the mercy of the construction. The loan doesn't get locked in until 30 days out, right?
They can lock as late as 90 days out. And the way that they do it is they'll lock it at a certain price, and then you'll have one free float down. So you're going to lock a little bit higher, but then, 30 days before closing, you have that one free float down. So if the interest rate's lower, you float down to the lowest interest rate. And that just kind of controls it, just in case the interest rate goes up. Because again, we can kind of guess what is happening. We can make very educated guesses as to what is happening. But at the end of the day, it is a very educated guess.
I'm going to tell you, there's very smart people out there that can't guess what the heck is going on here. So
No, everybody thought that the market was going to crash during. I did too. I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? It didn't. It did not crash.
Thank goodness.
It had the opposite effect.
Well, I think that, people are worried about the housing bubble and how it's going to affect, is it going to go down again? Everybody's going to foreclose. No, it's very controlled. If you learn anything about the last, I say the Great Recession is what I guess they call it. Totally different circumstances here. Highly regulated now. Back in the day, there's a little bit of cowboy action going on.
Oh, yeah. They were doing, it was poor lending practices is what it was.
Wall Street was pressuring on top to make bonds out of home loans that were supposed to be, well, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole
books
thing.
About it. You can read it. I'm sure they're teaching it in high school. What do you think?
Should be.
They better be. But, so in total, still a good time to buy. You're going to be waiting a little bit longer, but no negotiations obviously is huge in this market. I can't tell you how many buyers that we have in the same price range, and we just can't find them anything. You're talking about from 280 to below is very, very difficult to find a used house for one for that price. Because we're in Savannah, we got Rincon, we got Guyton, we got Richmond Hill. All the prices are raising. I think when I did the math, I think it was a couple of months ago. I think in Pooler alone, it went up by 28% in the past 3 years, home prices. And here it's been in almost 50%.
It's crazy.
It's or 100%, I guess you would say, however you want to say it, but it's nuts. But if you're looking to buy a home, Lora Hiroskey is amazing. I work with her all the time, and she's very helpful. The thing I love about her is she gets you from the beginning to the end. So when you work with me and Lora Hiroskey, you get 2 real estate agents for the price of 1, which is 0. So it's a pretty good deal. 2 agents for 0 money. I don't know how you beat that.
You can't.
I don't think so.
Thank you.
I don't think so. But I want to say thank you all for watching, and I want to thank Lora Hiroskey again for having us. If you have any questions, give me a call at 912-657-3544. Come see me and Lora and get you a new home. All right, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.